Hey guys, and welcome back to NoBlandMakeup, where I record makeup videos and don't post them for a couple months. That is a character flaw that I'm trying to work on. But today I'm doing a request actually. This was requested by Urge on my Panama flag tutorial, and it took a little while for me to do this, so yeah. I'm late on everything, what can I say? But if you guys want to see other flag related tutorials, I'll have that link in the cards up above. Also, my hair and I do not get along. It is what it is. So to start off, I'm just going to be applying just kind of like a base color in the crease of my eye. This is just to give me something there, basically. I don't know, every time I do eyeliner and I don't have some kind of color in my crease, it looks very like the eyeliner is kind of taking over my eye, so this is basically just to provide a little bit of balance in the look. If, however, you feel like you can get away without it, more power to you. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to start in with the red eyeliner. Now I'm going to draw, kind of like wing it out in the front a little bit, just to elongate my eyes, because my eyes are a little bit smaller. Doesn't look like it, but if I don't do this, I'm not going to have enough room. So I went ahead and did that, and then did the wing on the outer part. Now in the UK flag, it has the cross and the inside that's red, so I went ahead and did that first, mostly so I can have that done and kind of have a general idea of what I'm gonna, well, how much room I'm gonna have to be able to do everything else. This step you really want to take your time for, and if you don't have a red eyeliner, you can always use something like Inglot Duraline or any other mixing medium and some red eyeshadow to get the kind of color that you need. I went ahead and used, it's honestly this brush I got at Michael's. Little like artist brush. I don't know. The eyeliner brushes that I had weren't thin enough, and this kind of worked. It definitely takes a while to fill in spaces, so if that bothers you, just keep that in mind. Then once I have that done, I started drawing the little posts for the cross, and also whatchamacallit, I lost my train of thought. Just make sure that the posts are even when you do them, not necessarily to the parts of your eye, but to each other, so you don't have one like way to the left and one way to the right and it looks kind of odd. You want to keep them as even as you can, and if you have to go back and make adjustments, you totally can. Next I'm going to go in with the white and do this around the red. Please be careful when you do this. Especially if you use a mixing medium, you don't want to reactivate the red that you already put down and make pink. While that is a nice color, not really what we're going for in this one. So you definitely want to take your time. If you have very hooded eyes or a monolid, this might not work too well. What I did was essentially just keep it to where my eye folded, so that way I can still see some of this flag design. Otherwise, like, nothing was going to be seen. And I also outlined just on the inner part of that like little wing I did in the inner corners. And for a second I thought I messed up, because there's another like little, it's like red pieces that kind of cross like an X. I thought I messed that up, but I did not. It actually goes after. So just to make sure that I, had that space and I left it there, I went and kind of outlined that part anyway, and then I went ahead and filled it in later with a little bit of red. What you can do too, because I noticed this after I was done, I had a little bit more lid space where I can actually bring everything up a little more as far as the cross and then the lines going on the side. So I actually went in and just added that later. So, in case you're wondering. And then on the lower part of the wing, I went ahead and applied a little bit of white around that. Mostly I feel like that just cleaned it up a little bit, made it look a little bit neater, but you know. And then a little bit of highlight on the inner corner. And like I said, I went back in with a little more of that red just to kind of add that back in before I forgot. I am prone to doing that. And this is where having a very tiny brush to do your eyeliner actually helps. This is kind of why I bought it, because I wanted to do really detailed stuff. I remember I used to see Tal Peg on Instagram do all kinds of cool stuff, and that kind of inspired me for that. Then I went in with some blue eyeshadow and some mixing medium because I don't have blue eyeliner. At least not one that I like. So if you guys have any recommendations for blue eyeliners that are good for like this kind of stuff, like graphic liners and stuff like that, just let me know. Please. But I went ahead and basically filled in all the areas where I wasn't going to have the red or the white. This is about where I realized, hey, you have more room than you thought. So I left those extra spaces alone, but I went in with the blue just to kind of like fill that out. Now for this, you really want to take your time and fill it in carefully, just because you did all that hard work to do the rest of it. If it gets messed up here, oh, that's horrible. Yeah, if I would have messed it up here, I would have been so mad. So please, please, please take your time. That's why I'm going over it like 8,000 times. I'm using a tiny brush. Like, I want to get this right the first time because there's no patience left to do it again. And then just on the lower lash line, applied a little bit of that blue, mostly so that something was going on down there. If you want, you can keep it so that you just have the top part, but I kind of liked how the blue under looked. That's just me though. And then once I was done with that, I just popped on some false lashes. I just felt like this was the thing to do. So if you guys want a video on how to apply false lashes, I'll have that linked in the cards, because I actually have a video for that. Go figure. And then, once I was done with that, that was basically it. Gotta love how my green screen is betraying me. But I'm actually pretty proud of how this look came out. So if you guys like this, don't forget to give me a big thumbs up. Subscribe to see what comes out of my channel next, and I swear I will get back in the hang of doing voiceovers. This is weird. I haven't done a voiceover in like months. But whatever. And if you guys have any ideas for other flag inspired looks or just other looks in general, let me know in the comments down below. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye!